Q102, the Delta's #1 hit music station, and good morning. It is 8:24.
It's going to be 92 today as the high, and then 63 as the low.
All right, it's currently 73 here at Q102, and we are graced by a person who has had some, well, we should just say some on TV stardom. And let's get it right here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Mr. Ernesto. Virus! Come on down!
Greenville, go Greenville!
Okay, by the way.
My name is Ernesto.
Ernesto the Besto.
Thank
I'll get you a picture too.
The Mark Apartments in Greenville is more than just a place to live.
Q102, the Delta's #1 hit music station, and good morning. It is 8:24.
It's going to be 92 today as the high, and then 63 as the low.
All right, it's currently 73 here at Q102, and we are graced by a person who has had some, well, we should just say some on TV stardom. And let's get it right here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Mr. Ernesto. Virus! Come on down!
Greenville, go Greenville!
To give y'all a little bit of a background of what we're talking about, Ernesto is our local person here in Greenville who went on The Price is Right and actually won prizes.
Yes, sir.
Oh, tell us about your experience. So you've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, I've been doing this for a while, only in the short time. So I kept coming back immediately after another.
Okay, so
yeah.
so you've literally been to the Price is Right how many times?
5 times.
Five
times. Yeah, since March,
Oh.
and the 5th time was July. So from March to July, 5 times happened in just a few months.
That is about, no, okay. So, we'll try to give you some background before we get into to your experience at The Price is Right. You're from the Philippines.
Yes, sir.
And you were on a lot of game shows back in the day,
Yeah.
too, in the Philippines.
About 10 years ago.
We don't you don't realize that here in America that the Philippines has their own versions of prize shows,
Yeah,
correct?
because all these game shows, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire that I've been to, Weakest Link, Wheel of Fortune, they're just like Burger King or McDonald's, that they're everywhere. They're franchise. They're not illegal copycats, but they're really legal franchises. That They're everywhere in different countries, hundreds of countries, if I guess. But that's it.
Wow. And, it's okay. So, leading up to today, you recently came back from The Price is Right, and what all did you win?
Oh yeah, of course you start off by winning that thing that you all 4 people trying to bid.
Right,
and
at
I
the
won
beginning.
that too. Many people when they watch the show, they forget and they kind of neglect that the contestant won that too before he got up on stage. So I won that coffee table, Zuo Mod, bamboo coffee table. It's pretty neat with 4 stools. And of course,
So you got close to the bid.
Oh yeah,
the actual...
yeah. I was not on the nose, but my bid was 1,600, and the actual retail price was about 2,400. So I was the
You
one.
were the closest.
Yeah, but the thing was, it was nerve-wracking because first I was the last one to get called, and on the top of that, all the 9 people who get picked are banned for 10 years. They cannot try Price is Right. You could be in the audience, but you cannot be a contestant for the next 10 years.
Oh my.
So calling me last, only one chance to bid, it's really, really almost impossible.
Yeah.
That's why when they call me, Ernesto, you're not going to go on stage, but it's still possible. Just try. Do your thing. Guess the price with face value, so that's why I said 1,600. But still, the other 3 people, and I was the first one who spoke the price, so they had the opportunity to do 1,601. So that's why, but the thing is, over there you don't see the prices, you don't see the bids because we cannot see it.
Okay,
And-
yeah, you're just looking at a podium, right?
yeah, we're just on the podium with that microphone, and I was
Yeah.
still recovering from the adrenaline that happened, and the product that we were trying to bid on, it's not really near from me. It's kind of far from me. It's probably several feet away from me, so I cannot really see the details of the product, except for some stuff that the models really go to between us, like a ring or a necklace. They come to you,
Yeah.
or they or bring something from the top to the bottom when it's like an iPad. So that's different. But mine was a furniture, so it's far. So and also I cannot even hear the people beside me because they're quite far in reality, and they have that microphone that was amplifying their voices.
Oh, okay.
So, but over there, I really didn't hear at all their beats. I only found out their beats when I watched it.
What about the audience behind you? Could you hear them saying 1600,
Oh yeah,
1600?
oh yeah. But then, since my knowledge from the show, doing the show for 4 times, probably my 5th time,
Uh-huh.
in those 4 experiences, I'm not talking about the other scenarios, but they were wrong. They're sometimes wrong. But I studied prices. I prepared kind of for
Really,
this.
you did a little homework, a little
I
background.
really did a lot of homework. I was memorizing a lot of prices. That's why prices. So that's why I was not going to trust them. I
Right.
said I'm better than them. I
Well-
knew I was better than them. So that's why I did not listen to them. I said 1600.
Okay, so you got the little table or whatever.
Yeah.
So then that puts you in for
Yeah, I played the bargain game.
the bargain
Yeah,
game.
I don't know if you're familiar with
Yeah,
the
I
bargain
am,
game.
I am.
Yeah, and they rotate all these games.
Yes.
So bargain game, and the left side was a pool table, and the right side was computer or a laptop,
Yeah.
and a printer. So. But those two, I studied prices, but then it could be a cheap coffee table, it could be a cheap, it could be a cheap pool table, or it
Right.
could be high end. But then I saw the price. I said, I knew I was leading to. I was kind of saying that it's the pool table, but then I want the audience to participate too. I just want to confirm with them, because me coming from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, there's ask the audience thing.
Right,
That's why
right.
now I need the audience too. I call a friend or ask the audience, so that's why I sought help. And I know I made some great friends because I was very congenial and gregarious to them. That's why when I knew that they're sincere to me, so when they say, and then they're just talking,
Yeah.
and you would not hear them. That's why I decided to really play it in action. So I was demonstrating this because they're too far from me. The stage was so huge,
Yeah.
and they're too far from me. So I was just they pulled them. So that's how we communicated, through actions. That's why, and it's the pool table. So I mentioned pool table, and Drew Carey told me I won. So my fortune was still progressing.
So you just
Yeah.
so you now you got the coffee table, and now you got the pool
The
table.
pool table, and
So-
and also the one that I did not pick on that game, the printer and the computer. I won those two.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Because you won the
Yeah,
bargain.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, because it's the whole bargain game.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that would mean that you would go to where you had to spin the wheel.
Yeah, and then the thing about me was, since the order of spinning in the wheel spin
Yeah.
is the one who won the least of amount of prizes will spin first. The
Okay.
one that has the biggest prize will spin last. So I was the first because the last guy he won a
He
car.
won the car. Yeah.
So that's why. So I spun first, and over there in my experience, there was not really much time to prepare. After I won my game, I had to spin a wheel immediately.
Okay.
Yeah, and then that just didn't give me enough time to study the wheel and then I was shocked it's so heavy.
Yeah, so I'm going to ask you, how
Yeah.
that is it? Yeah, you have to
I mean,
really
I
spin it,
exercised, but it shocked me that hey, when I did this like that, it's just too heavy. Maybe because it's my first time to spin it. Even
Yeah,
though I was there
yeah.
for 5 times, many things happened to me first time.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
so did you win?
Oh, I lost the wheel.
Oh.
Because see, I got 45 and I was really heartbroken, to be
Yeah.
honest. I was okay there. But when I got home, after like a week or two, I started, hey, Ernesto, you could have done better. Why you didn't spin it harder? Why you didn't drop out there and grab that wheel?
So
Yeah.
let me ask you, what is Drew Carey like?
Oh, he's really down to earth. I mean, I understand that when you're one of the 325 people in the audience and he doesn't speak to you and because he cannot talk to everybody.
yeah, right.
But when I was there, he's really, really nice and he's just so involved with you. If you watch him the day before my episode, the Cancer Awareness Month, sometimes he cries on the show. So he's really a nice guy.
Right.
I saw him crying in tears because sometimes he has the heart.
Well, I've followed him for a long time, and at first, his first year on The Price is Right, because Bob Barker is a hard person to replace. He's elegant.
Oh,
he
yeah.
had his mic and the way
Yes,
he
sir.
was, and I think that Drew had for the first 3 to 6 months. We all knew Drew as a comedian, but he has gotten more and more elegant as the show goes on. So,
Sure.
and after watching it here in the last year, he was a good fit. He was, because he got a little bit of a little comic, a little dry humor, and then of course he can present the prizes perfect. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, for those of y'all who can't see in the studio right now, I took a picture. We'll put it on Facebook. But Ernesto has a sign that you had there. It says Ernesto Paret. You said Paris.
Yeah.
That's
Ernesto
right.
Paret, yeah.
And in the sign he held up, he's wearing the shirt that he wore. He's got the little Price is Right tag on. This is amazing. I really feel like I'm about to go to the Price is Right.
I don't know if I told you already that what this board was. The story behind this board is over there, because of too much loudness, you don't hear the names being announced. This is their only means to communicate with the audience, to tell you, come on down.
Oh, really?
Yes, this
so
is the
that's
basis.
what that is.
So all the people in the audience were not paying attention with George Gray. We didn't care about him during that time. We only cared with that intern who raises the board, because he hides it first, and then he reveals the cover. He removes the cover, and then he reveals your name. So this is what we call that for. The board. Only 9 people out of 325 people get this.
Oh, that's so cool.
Per episode.
It's my understanding too. When everybody's in line is when they're deciding on who's going to get to come down. In other words, you probably had producers and stuff walk
Yes,
to
yeah,
the
they
line.
interviewed me.
Oh yeah, and I mean, because they got to know. And you said that you don't get to pick your seats. They choose it for you, right?
Yeah, they choose it for you. So even though you were number 1, you got there earliest,
Yes.
and you got there last, you could be in the very back even though you're number 1. You could be the 325 and you're in the very front.
Where were you, Ernesto?
I was on the on that September 28th episode.
Yes.
I was sitting to the very first row,
Oh.
right beside the contestant.
Oh.
Because I thought they really liked me when they interviewed me because of my personality, perhaps. So they put me really behind, because I got the whole 1 hour camera time. Yeah. And then after that, although that day I was really wanting to be called, because that was my 4th time, and I thought I did pretty well with the interview, but I still fell short.
Yeah.
So that's why the next day I went. You over there you could come every day.
Right.
Yeah, but
right.
they only tape it 3 days in a row. But the tickets sell out quickly. Although
yeah.
they're not for sale though; they're free. Yeah, but they go out quickly.
So whoever gets there first, kind of thing.
Right, because
Yeah.
priority tickets are way better than the line vouchers. I never went on line vouchers, so it's always good with priority tickets because you're guaranteed.
All right. Well, listen, it's a pleasure to have you here on the
Thank
DK
you.
Radio Show, to meet somebody who's actually been on The Price is Right.
Thank you.
Uh,
And by the way, my shirt also
What's
makes
this at?
this because I collage all the 50 states there.
Oh, look at
I've
that.
been to, so that's why when I went there, I told them that, hey, I went to all the 50 states. So they probably found out that, hey, this guy, something interesting, and Drew Carey showcase and talk about the 50 state thing about me on the show.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
really.
The reason why that I did that, because when I was watching the show recently, I saw the guy that visiting all state parks. If he's visiting all state parks, that gave me an idea. Why not 50 states? So he helped me. I thank him.
Now, let me ask you this one final thing here.
Mhm.
If people want to see the show that you were on, where can they go online to see that?
They could still watch the show 5 days within the airing. The air date was October the 4th, yesterday, and they could still see it. Actually, it's not 5 days, but 5 episodes or more. So they could see it at CBS.com.
CBS.com,
And
the Price is Right.
Yeah, so when you go to CBS.com, click shows, and then click Price is Right,
Price is Right.
and then you will see those thumbnails.
Okay.
And just choose 10-4.
10-4.
Yeah, 10-4. And then, of course, I'm going to upload this to YouTube too.
Okay, very
So
cool.
There's no way to miss it.
Yeah, there you go. Well, again, it's cool. If you get on any more game shows, make sure you stop by the show, and we'll talk about that too.
Oh, thank you, because I think I have a calling for another one.
I know you got it in your blood. Ladies and gentlemen, Ernesto!
Thank you so
from
much.
The Price is
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It's so cool. He's from Greenville. He put Greenville back on the map.
Yeah.
All right, it's 8:37. Stick around. We've got more of today's hit music coming up. That was great,
Thank you
Ernesto.
so much. I wrote here, Ernesto Paras Jr., come on down, Price is Right. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Sure.